Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn. She joins me now. Senator, wonderful to see you as always. What do you think of this rule? It's not a ruling, but this opinion by DOJ.
We know that businesses are able to conduct business as they see fit. When it comes to masks, I think the thing that is of concern to me is these generalized mask mandates that say that everyone has to wear a mask everywhere. But we have been encouraging people to get vaccinated, to talk to their physicians, to see if they should be vaccinated. And when you have these generalizations, David, it just says, well, why should I go do this, that, or the other if there's no real benefit for it? So we're going to be watching closely what the CDC has to say this afternoon. We're concerned that they may come forward and try to put children back in masks. Children are low risk. We have heard so much about the psychological effects on children from having to wear the mask. Children that have skin issues because of the mask. And so we're going to be watching this very closely today.
And it gets back to the issue that bothered a lot of people. It's one size fits all.
That's right.
For a big nation like ours, it has very different rates of vaccination, for example, very different rates of infection, et cetera. Should this be handled more by the state than by the federal government?
And by the individual. And by the business. But of course, you know, there is great debate about whether mask mandates really work. You wear a mask to protect yourself. So I have a lot of problems with these one-size-fits-all, as you say, orders that come out with everybody having to wear this. People should talk to their physician about health care issues. It is not something that we should be seeing the federal government make a one-size-fits-all decision for everybody in the country or for all school children.
Now, it's a mask guidance by the CDC. It is a vaccine mandate that we're talking about. Those two words are pretty different. A guidance is very different from a mandate.
Yeah, but you know what is so concerning is sometimes you have guidance and directives that come from different agencies, and embodied within that is language that would end up imposing a mandate. So we will be watching this very closely.
All right, Senator, you have been warning the Biden administration about America's reliance on China for chips and a lot of other supply chains that we face major shortages with. We now have this shortage in chips. A lot of companies are desperate. They're turning to whatever country can provide them. China can provide them at the moment more readily and more quickly, maybe not more efficiently, though, than U.S. companies. What do you think about all this? What do companies do that are desperate for chips?
When we talk about our nation's critical supply lines, and among that not only is telecommunication and pharmaceuticals, but also our chip microprocessors, what this points out is that you need to bring this production back to the USA or to our allies so that you have a consistency in this supply chain. And you know you're not going to face disruptions from someone who, in essence, is your adversary. China has taken our jobs. They sent us this virus. We have shortages in these critical supply line areas at this point. We also have an administration who is not moving forward, imposing sanctions and dealing with China in a robust manner, which the previous administration, President Trump, dealt very effectively with China. Now, so therefore, right now, we're seeing all of these shortages. Bring that production back.
There is one policy from the Trump administration, at least, that the Biden administration is continuing with. There is a Dutch company that manufactures a big machine that essentially allows companies to make chips more easily. So far, we've been pressuring the Dutch to hold off on giving that to the Chinese or selling that to the Chinese. I'm assuming that you support the Biden administration on this policy, which was started by Donald Trump.
Yes, and you know, supporting also bringing back, incentivizing this manufacturing to come back. This needs a long lead time, And I am fully aware that when it comes to microprocessors and batteries, you have suppliers in Michigan, in Tennessee, that are already working on this, how you close this gap and make certain that there is a consistency in the supply chain.
A lot of manufacturers say we can do it. Just give us the freedom to do it.
That's right.
And we'd be able to do it.
And the tax credits.
Yeah. All right. Senator Marsha Blackburn, thank you very much. Appreciate it.